September 12th, my birthday. I had just walked back into the faculty lounge after my last lecture when I saw it, a sea of black velvet roses blanketing the floor, vibrant and dripping with dew. Attached to the display was a card. Anya, happy birthday. These 9,999 roses are for you because you're 1 in a million. My colleagues were swooning, thick with envy. I couldn't help but feel my cheeks flush, as red as the petals. Ezra Burns. When that man decides to be romantic, he really doesn't pull any punches. The card specified 8 p.m. at the Empire Grand Restaurant. I tied it up, headed home to change into a cocktail dress, and arrived at the restaurant right on the dot. The place was deserted. He'd clearly booked the whole venue for a private dinner. Ezra is just so thoughtful, it's almost overwhelming. Still, this must have cost a fortune. I'll have to tell him not to be so reckless next time. I was mid-thought when a familiar, pale, cultured face stepped into view. It was Cooper Hamilton. My mind went blank. What on earth? Anya, I knew you'd come. I knew you still loved me deep down. Cooper looked at me with an intense, heated gaze, reaching out to pull me into an embrace. I dodged to the side, leaving him clutching at thin air. What the hell is this? I demanded. It's your birthday. I just wanted to spend some time alone with you, to celebrate. He was smiling. He actually looked quite handsome when he did. But we'd been married for nearly 2 years, and this was the first time I'd ever seen him look at me like that. Where's Carter? Aren't you with her? Does she know you're here trying to play house with me? I narrowed my eyes. This bastard. What kind of sick game was he playing? She doesn't matter. No one matters. You're the only one, he said, staring at me with a look of pure, unadulterated earnestness. Did you and Carter have a fight? I tried to reason. He shook his head. I always thought I loved Carter. I even went against my own family for her. But once I was finally with her, I realized the one I truly love is you, only you, Anya. A shudder ran through me. This man, who had shown absolutely zero interest in me for our entire marriage, was spitting these lines at me. I felt like I was going to be sick. Don't tell me those roses were from you too. They were. My love for you is as deep as those 9,999 roses. He looked at me with such frantic hunger, his jaw tight and eyes searching, as if he expected me to immediately fall into his arms. What about Carter? I sneered. Carter will find her own happiness, Cooper said, waving a hand dismissively. And what happens next time another man goes after Carter? Will you suddenly realize she's the only one again? I finally understood the inner workings of a man like him. It's always the ones they can't have that keep them restless. It's that simple. I'm afraid I have bad news for you, Cooper. I don't love you anymore. I only love Ezra now. My voice was cold and steady. Stop lying to yourself, Anya. I promise I'll treat you better from now on. I can satisfy you too. If you don't believe me, let me show you right now. This crazy bastard had actually lost it. To prove he wasn't uninterested in me, he lunged forward, trying to force himself on me. I might not be a saint, but I wasn't about to let him walk all over me. I swung my palm and slapped him across the face hard. He didn't flinch. Instead, he pinned my arms and pulled me into a crushing, suffocating hug. I planted my foot firmly and drove it into his groin with everything I had. He let out a sharp cry, stumbling back and clutching his stomach, his face contorted in pain. The ruckus drew the restaurant manager, who rushed over to ask what was going on. Cooper waved him off, his face pale and strained. Just a couple having a spat. It's It's none of your business." The manager, clearly intimidated by Cooper's status, just turned and walked away. I turned to bolt, but Cooper grabbed me again. We were mid-struggle when a sharp, clear voice cut through the air. "Let her go, Cooper Hamilton."